At ED Moore, one of the most important things we can do is create a shared vision. We ask staff to pick from a variety of photographs, and as they view these photographs, we ask if they will contemplate which picture to them truly represents person-centered care. So I also select a picture when we do this exercise, and the image that I've selected is of some Indian ruins near our area that shows some ancient bricks, and it nudges me to consider how healthcare's been around for thousands of years, and yet here we are trying to add our own brick to it and our own legacy. It also speaks to me of history, and I feel very connected to this community, to the history of this community. I've had several generations of my family that have been involved in the hospital district, so I kind of feel like I'm trying to add to their legacy as well. It also speaks to me of it takes more than one bricklayer. One leader cannot do everything that needs done in healthcare. So we're really trying to create a culture where we have a variety of people who can lead and know where the right place is to place that brick in order to create that legacy that we're seeking.
Okay, I chose a classic car. This is a car from the 1940s, and to me it symbolizes that it's just because something is old and has a little bit of history to it doesn't mean that it can't be revered and desired by everybody. This is something that many people could learn a lot from. They've never seen a car from the 1940s, so there's plenty to learn from this, and same thing with our residents.
I picked this picture because it's a picture of a farm and it has a swing. And it just reminds me of my grandpa's farm. And when I think back about my elderly grandparents, and I want to make sure that I can give the same love and respect to each resident that enters our door. And when I work with the residents and I do their social histories, it reminds me of how important our past is to our future, and remembering our preferences that we all have in working with the residents.
I've got a few pictures here that tell a story about my plane tree philosophy, and that is when they first come here, they seem to be feeling like they're on a journey by themselves, you know, so the single footprints, but after they've been here for just a little bit, they realize that we're all on the same journey together, that, you know, there's many of us and we'll help them through it.
I chose that picture because I grew up close to the beach. I like the way that we work here in this nursing home. I like the environment that we have here, the peaceful time that we have for all the residents. I also choose this picture because I love music. Music is very important for me, and I enjoy every Friday when we have the happy hour here and all our residents are happy, they're having a good time over here, and it makes me happy. And I also have one of my residents that she loves when I sing to her, when we go to places, and it makes me happy.
I think when you're trying to make any significant contribution to probably anything, no matter what you're working in, it really requires inspiring people. And it requires getting them to not just view something, but to really draw it in to why it matters to them, and to really nudge them to consider why would that change the way they do their work. And so this Picture It exercise is really intended to take all of the information that they're exposed to, but then to really internalize it and to consider, why does person-centered care matter? What is it about person-centered care that inspires us to come to work each day and makes our work so meaningful for us?
Every effort is made at Dene Moore Care Center to put the needs of the resident first. The entire staffing schedule was adjusted in order to create an open dining experience for the residents, allowing them to eat at a time most preferable to them. These requests take many hands to fulfill and tremendous effort. As a result of building everything around the resident wishes, down to the smallest detail, it truly feels like a home here.
Can you tell us how old you are?
83.
83. And how long have you lived here at the Care Center?
About 3 years. But I like it here very much because It's very clean, it's thorough, and we're free to do what we can. I do crafts all the time because I'm an artist, and I just stay busy all the time. I'm never somewhere. I've always been somewhere, pedaling down the hall to something, and they can't find me because they need me. I've been busy.
These people with their hands have built a legacy, more profound and deeper than any Hollywood production. These people were not in love like in the movies. Their love was real. Their letters were written during war, and the houses they built were real.
Tell us a little bit about the restaurant that you had.
Oh,
in
my
the reservation.
steakhouse, yeah, it was called Hardy's Ranch House. We had it for 7 years before the highway decided they needed it. So we had to move, and we didn't. We went ahead and sold. It was between the Albuquerque and Santa Fe, in the heart of the reservation. And one night, the cowboy got loaded, couldn't go, or I wouldn't let him go. I waited till he passed out, and then I filled his car full of tumble rigs. So he had 4 acres of tumbleweeds and stuff in his car. He said he'd never do that again. He said he never got the tumbleweeds out of his car. And I said, well, you shouldn't have, because I really stuffed them in. My girlfriend and I loaded that thing for 2 hours. Of course, we had a lot of tumbleweeds on us too, but it was worth it.
My name is Marge, and I live up at the Dene Moore, and I love it up here. I didn't when I first got here, but I sure love it now. And they're family to me. They're really family to me. And they take good care of me, and they didn't tell me to say this. I'm saying it. That from my heart, I love these people like family. The food is very good here. I like it, and they're real good in serving, and the meals are healthy. They have a beautiful salad bar, and we get 3 meals a day plus if we need more. So we're happy. I'm happy here. I love these people, every one of them. They're the nurses, the workers, all of them. And they're really good to you, believe me.
At Dene Moore Care Center, we hold each other together, accountable, and up. Here, old or young, we need each other as much as we need our hands.